Alright guys, just doing a little bit of a unboxing here, first one I've ever done. The reason I'm doing it is just, you know, I've been doing a lot of research into these type of cameras, waterproof, shockproof, freeze-proof cameras, and you know, watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and there didn't seem to be any unboxing ones of these, so here we go. I thought I'd do my own one. Just before I start, as I said, this is a waterproof, shockproof and freeze-proof camera. Waterproof to 10 meters, shockproof to 2 meters, freeze-proof to -10. HD recording, 14.1 megapixels, face recognition, 4.6 times zoom. Got this one in blue. I originally went to the shop to get one in orange. They do a yellow one as well, but decided on the blue when I saw them in the flesh. There's a few of these on the market nowadays. They're getting quite popular. I believe this is probably one of the best. The other really good one is the Canon PowerShot D10. I just didn't like the look of the body on that, but apparently picture quality on that is just as good as this, if not a little bit better. Olympus Stylus Tough 8010 was a good contender as well. Good looking camera. And there's some cheaper models as well. I mean, there's a Fujifilm X-P10, which is a really good camera. My friend's got one of them. You know, we were on holiday in Gran Canaria just a few weeks back, and I was really impressed with that camera. You know, that's what's made me sort of look into these. But you know, I like that camera, but that type of camera is probably a camera that you'd have with another sort of compact digital camera. You wouldn't have that as your main camera, in my opinion, anyway. But as my friend's he's got a Panasonic Lumix, a nice one. So you know, he's got like two cameras, one for messing around by the pool, and a more serious, better picture taking, you know, Panasonic. Now this one here, you know, this is my old camera here, 6 megapixel Sony Cybershot W10. I bought this Panasonic here to replace this, and it comes with added bonus of using it underwater, you know, and the shockproof stuff. So it'd be interesting to see how this Panasonic compares to this, because I do like the photos that this takes. It does take some good photos, so I'm hoping the Panasonic's going to be just as good on the picture quality front, which we'll find out once in probably another video. Little warning there just about the waterproof features. Obviously make sure the seals are all clean. But we've got AV cables, USB connector for the camera, connect to the computer. It would be nice if Panasonic threw in a HDMI cable as well, so you can connect it straight to the TV. But you know what these companies are like, they like to keep you buying other bits. Instructions here about the waterproofing and the seals. There's a bit in English, another one there. It's about cleaning the seals. You've got the installation CD for your computer, brush there, must be for cleaning the dirt off the seals and you know, keeping the camera clean. Instruction book, good read. Good read of that tonight, I think. Strap. Got a plug here. Charger. Now, a few people commented that you know, they didn't like the fact of taking the battery out of the camera and charging it on one of these type of charger bases. I mean, that don't really bother me. I've had that with my Sony and another Sony DSLR that I've got, so you know, I'm used to that by now, so it doesn't really bother me that much. It would have been handy if you could charge a battery in the camera, but you know, there's the battery there. Small, very light. Apparently you can't buy, you've got to buy Panasonic batteries, because apparently they put chips in them. So the camera recognises it. So on the original stuff, which I'll buy anyway, and that's a little case for the battery. Comes with a silicone jacket. Now that's quite unusual. I knew it did before I bought the camera, but I mean, I think that just probably adds a little bit to the shock proof, and obviously to keep the camera scratch you know, keep the scratches off your camera. But you don't normally get that. That's a nice little touch. I mean, obviously this is an expensive camera. It's one of the most expensive ones in its class, really. You're probably paying a little bit for the name Panasonic, but you know, I believe you pay for what you get, really. So there we go. And the camera itself. Very nice and blue, look at that. Yeah, 28mm wide lens. That's a Leica lens. I think Panasonic use that quite a lot. AVC HD light, HD 720p videos. I've seen you know, the video footage that other people have taken with this camera on YouTube in HD, and it is proper HD. You know, it looks proper crisp. That's probably what made me go for this camera over the other waterproof cameras that claim they do HD footage. You know, when I saw some of them, you know, the HD didn't look that great, but on this it looks very good, and it'd be interesting to see what it's like on my Panasonic TV. On the top here you got your microphone, another hole there. It's amazing how these cameras stay waterproof when they've got these holes, and you know, how the microphone can pick up what anyone's saying, but they do somehow. They've mastered that. You got the zoom there, on-off button, and your button there to take the pictures. On this side you got the little hook there for your strap, lock for your door here, HDMI slot, and your slot there, I think that's just for plugging into your computer, your AV digital and multi slot there. I mean, the rubber seal on that doesn't look you know, that industrial, to be honest. It looks quite skimpy, but obviously it does the job. Now the camera before this, I believe it's the Ft2, or they had another one, the Ft2. There's a few questions on Amazon, well, a few customer reviews saying that the camera did let water in. Now only a few people mentioned this, but most of the reviews came out really good, and that's a bit worrying, because I don't know how Panasonic, how the warranty goes with Panasonic if water does get into the camera. Now on them reviews, some people said they had problems with Panasonic, didn't want to replace the camera because of the waterproof features. Now the guy in the shop where I bought this, he said that Panasonic will do a test on the camera, as long as it ain't went over the 30-foot, 10 meter mark with this particular model, then they'll replace it. I don't know how they're going to test that, but apparently they do test it. Hopefully I'll never have to find that out. How do you close it? Right, on the bottom here, lock again. That's your battery compartment, and your SD slots, or ST HC, I think, or the bigger type of cards. Rubber seal there again. Again, it doesn't give me too much confidence, that, but I'm sure it does the job. I mean, I've seen, you know, obviously there's people on YouTube out throwing these cameras in the water, etc., and there wouldn't be a waterproof camera if it didn't do the job. But I'd say that it's something you've got to keep. You'd have to give that good care, I think. You know, make sure that it's totally in there tight. Overall, I mean, I went for this camera. Obviously, the reviews came out really good for it. Picture quality, it's not going to be, you know, picture quality wise as good as probably any other point and shoot in this sort of price, or the high-end point and shoot cameras. But I mean, you've got the waterproof features, so that's going to take a little bit away. But overall, I'm really happy with that. And once I get the battery charged, I'll get it back. I'll get back with another video and show you all up and running, and I'll do a bit of comparison with the pictures with this camera here. Alright, ciao.